step of supporting the 13th December 2007 adoption of the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. However, unlike many of our Indigenous Native Americans and Native Canadian brothers and sisters, our people from Asia are not recognized at all. We believe that unless such recognitions occur, our people will continue to be denied our basic fundamental freedoms as guaranteed under the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Already, our rights are not recognized. Future work will become irrelevant at the international level and for each individual Khmer if we are not recognized. Taking advantage of the recent adoption of the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, we would like to request the help of the Permanent Forum and governments around the world to help set up an appropriate time frame for which countries who has not yet recognized its Indigenous people to do so. The adoption must not only be superficial but substantive in the lives of Indigenous people. During the Human Rights Dialogue meeting last March, Vietnam announced that it was ready for human rights dialogue. For the past 4 years, we have reaffirmed the need of such a dialogue between Vietnam and the Khmer Community Confederation on human rights at the Permanent Forum. Let's make us a historic moment and start a human rights dialogue today. We would like to contribute the following recommendations in regards to this item. Firstly, request the aid of the Permanent Forum to set up an open dialogue between Vietnam and KKF during our session on the Permanent Forum. Through such interactions, can we begin to look at ways in which we can initiate the process of recognizing the Khmer people and the Montagnards as Indigenous people and explore effective mechanisms which ensures that they are included in a free and informed decision-making processes affecting the Khmer community. That the consultation and implementations of national plans are conducted under the principle of free, prior and informed consent with Indigenous groups and local people to ensure that such programs do not destroy their ancestral lands and compromise our traditions. We request the aid of the World Bank and IMF to allocate specific funds to Vietnam to create vocational programs in the local areas where millions of our people live. We ask that for projects that will integrate the Indigenous people into mainstream society, be culturally appropriate in the distinctive culture without eroding their sense of identity. Madam Chair, we are particularly concerned that the MDGs for the Indigenous people will not be met if Vietnam continues to undermine the positive contribution of our work at the Permanent Forum. Thank you.